Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Sushma Singh. I'm an author, transformation life coach, and founder of Dream Design Your Life, the best place for your personal and professional growth. Welcome to yet another episode of Breaking Out of Your Shell. And for people who have not watched the earlier episode, I'll share the link in the description box. Please watch them out because you're going to really love them and learn from them. And for people who are new here, this platform is all about inspiring stories that are happening around us. Because as a coach, I believe that it's the stories with which human resonates and learns the most. So moving on, आज का एपिसोड बहुत बहुत स्पेशल होने वाला है क्योंकि आज जो मेरे साथ गेस्ट है ही somebody whom I really respect and appreciate and admire his work because he's somebody who is my guru also. He's somebody जिसने मुझे पढ़ाया है in my masters. He used to be my biochemistry teacher and now he's a very eminent scientist. तो आई एम वेरी श्योर आप सब लोग जिन्होंने आज यहाँ ज्वाइन किया आप सब बहुत बहुत कुछ यहाँ से सीख के जाने वाले हो. So looking forward to it and help me welcome the guest that I have with me today. Welcome sir. Thank you so much मेरी रिक्वेस्ट को एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए और यहाँ आने के लिए.
थैंक यू उस्मा, कैसी हो?
मैं बिल्कुल ठीक हूँ सर. थैंक यू सो मच यहाँ आने के लिए.
And I also feel very happy to see you here.
Thank you, sir. So, for people who have joined here, I just want you to, know who he is because he's somebody who has achieved a lot in his life till now, and I want you all to know कि उन्होंने life में क्या क्या achieve किया. So I'll just read his bio very quickly, though it's a very long one, but I'll try to make it as precise as possible. So Dr. M.K. Tripathi, he's a postgraduate of biochemistry from Dr. RMLA University and obtained PhD in biochemistry from GB Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar. He's currently working as Principal Scientist Biochemistry at APPD ICAR CIAE, Bhopal. His major areas of professional interest include medicinal compounds, functional and nutraceutical foods, fermented and probiotic food. He has guided more than 50 PG students. He has published more than 85 research papers in international and national journal of repute, 93 abstracts, 54 book chapters, and 55 popular articles. He has authored and edited 13 books and 5 technical bulletins in areas of food processing and food biotechnology. 2 books received award for Book of the Year and Bestseller Book. He has developed more than 25 processes or technology, worked on 16 national projects as PI and co-PI, group leader of PMO-based activities on fruit-based carbonated beverages development, patent supply for 6 products, commercialized many process technologies and registered genes in NCBI, received several research grants from NASF, ICAR, DST, and Ministry of Environment, and handled more than 25 administrative and expert responsibilities. He has been recipient of several prestigious awards and honors such as CSIR Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Fellowship, Established Scientist Award, which was in 2014, then Best Scientist Award in again 2017, Young Scientist Award, 16 Best Presentations Award, Marvelous Personality of India Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, which was in 2017. Then he has been conferred for Innovative Food Product Development Award. He has received Certificate of Excellence 2012 and Certificate of Recognition Award. And there are so many awards that if I will keep on reading, it's going to take all the time. So help me welcome the man himself and let's just straight dive in and learn from him. So sir, सबसे पहले आप हमें ये बताइए कि क्या आप हमेशा से साइंटिस्ट बनना चाहते थे?
First of all, thank you for a very nice introduction. And actually, I belong to a farmer family. And I did my education up to 10th class in government college in villages. And I learned many things from that stage. And my journey start from basically this quote: a dream transformed into thoughts and thought result in action. I always believe on this quotes. If you see, the life without ambition is like a gun without target. So each and everyone should have an ambition and should march towards it. It will be the very essential for everyone. And likewise, the ambition of my life was also to become a scientist from a very initial stage. And right from my childhood, I like science a lot, and I fascinated the subject very much. And whenever I see a science a lot and uh, advancement in science, I am amazed, and I myself want to be reason for a great change as a scientist. So becoming scientist is my ambition, because becoming one would help me in bringing out a solution to some problem in the society. There are many issues like global warming, unfrozen disaster, pollutions, healthy foods, nutrition, and corona-like pandemic conditions. So I want to focus my mind from initially to study the root cause of such types of issue and find a solution to these issue as a scientist in future. So Sushma, actually, I think just like scientists from the beginning, and I always think that this is the problem. How can you make the solution from such types of issue? So and that is my story start from the beginning.
Wow, sir, it's really wonderful. Like I can already see your vision, what you have for all of us, like for serving humanity. You have a great vision. So moving on, sir, do you think being a scientist is of like does it give you some kind of power? What do you think? Like because I believe that being a scientist is something that you get to do so many things like experiment on. So what do you think that being a scientist have what is the power that a scientist have?
Actually, a scientist being scientist never we think about the power. We always think about the work. So if you see the science, mostly science affect almost every aspect of our life.
Yes.
From food we eat to technology we use, everywhere science is there. And natural words that we surround us, mostly of the science. So with a career in science, when we start my journey, and you and everyone can explore the world and make attractive discovery and help to improve the lives of others. That is actually motto of science and scientists. So there are many traits and that are very important for the scientist to have. Some of the most important ones, if you see that there is the careful observation of a scientist. This is the initial stage. Second is the curiosity. Third is the logics behind the problem. And next is the creativity. And final, what will be the objective and what will be the plan in our research to achieve that. So all this aspect is just oriented to the scientist. So being scientist, I just always follow this formula. And the great reason why I am in scientist, I always quote and cover three things. The three law of new discovery. This was my opinion. Second, solving the global challenges. There are so many of challenges and so many of area, and where the our input is very much required. So this is again one of the motto why I am thinking this is the major part of a scientist. And next is the understanding how things work. If you, Sushma, think this is the problem, and if your orientation is the proper, and your goal is the fix, and in that case conditions, there is no any breakup to achieve your problem. So I always think, and these all things always oriented to us to, if the problem is there, then definitely we have the solution. So this is the motto of the scientist, and I think this is the power of the scientist.
Yes, very perfectly
Okay.
said, sir. This is what kind of answer I was actually looking for because being a scientist, it just give you kind of, liberty as well as, I use that word power particularly because this is something like you can utilize to make something huge for everybody on this earth. That is why I called it
Yeah,
a power. So very perfectly said. So moving on, like, what do you think is the future of research in India? Like, do we get proper support and everything from government and agencies, whatever like that is required? What do you think?
well, actually, this is the very big problems, and this is not problem for the science, but this is the problem for the understanding. There are so many of the confusions regarding this aspect. Actually, I am very optimistic about the future of Indian science and technology. I have heard a lot of people complaining about the fact that India's premier institutes have not produced any Nobel laureates or any field medalists. What they need to understand is that such pursuits require a massive amount of research, funding, and ecosystem that effectively encourage the research instead of blindly searching of high-paying jobs. So, however, last few years, if you see the last few years, the such types of concept in India seems to be changing. The concept is changing, the scenario is changing, the power is changing, and specifically our outcome is also changing. So, I have some points regarding this because this is a very issue.
Yes, yes,
We
definitely.
cannot claim to the any community. So if you see, there are following things which is very important to consider. If you see, India's expenditure on research has been steadily increasing over the last decades, and the results are already showing. There are so many of the things which comes out, like ICR, Indian Council of Agriculture, is also involved in the manage of green revolutions. To first and second green revolutions, ISRO managed to reach Mars in its very first attempt. This is again the achievement of science. And if you see India ranking on the nature index scale, means we are going very fast in the science area. If you see the IITs and ISC, they are also slowly been creeping up the QR watts ranking stage. So if you see the India slowly moving a defense importer to a defense manufacturer. Initially we are the importer, but now we are replacing to the manufacturer. This is again one of the things where we involve the science and the way of science. Even the India is still world's largest are importer nowadays. So a large portion of defense hardware is the currently being manufacturing by the our own organization like DRDO. So if you see the nuclear submarine powers, Arihant, INS Arihant aircraft and Vikrant, these are the good example of Indian superstructure manufacturing capability. This is again one of the point to stick on our science. If you see on a very smaller scale, DRDO has also designed several equipment, several missiles like Arjun and several tanks, and which are recently output the advanced Russian technology. Means we are not below to the world, we are just parallel to the world.
Yes,
So if you see the HAL and now the Tejas, it is very known names
yes,
for our country. It's a light combat aircraft designed in the India. We are seeing this growth.
yes,
If you see the in defense sector, two things is particularly caught by the eye. The Tata, Castrol and the DRDO, those are very doing very good work. Although some are the private sector, but if our government allow with the government and private sector, they are definitely doing very good, and our future and sky is the limit may be possible if we are the make the hand with the private sector. So if you come, this is the time where the question of motivating young student to just pursue scientific research instead of going abroad for the future opportunities. We have a very opportunities. Our country is going very fast, so there is no need to go outside. Just involve in the science in our country. That is our things. Hopefully, this will be encourage more students to take up the scientific research as a permanent career. It will be again possible in our country. So if you see our top research institute like ICR, CSIR, IITs, ICER, etc., required a massive increase in funding to become even competitive on a global stage. Definitely, we required much more fund for to moving ahead and just compare to the other country. But I fully accept India to be one of the leading nations in terms of scientific research within the next few decades. And I hope India has won fewer Nobel Prize than the West, and this scenario should be changed. India's young and motivated population enter the field of science and technology with greater interest. And this is my thought for the coming and new and young India. Thank you.
yes. So it was wonderful. Like it was like kind of eye-opening and since you are a scientist, you could very well tell us what is the future of research, and you really just opened our eyes and just showed us that India have a lot of possibilities. We are already working towards it, and we have achieved so much more. And now that you have started getting like India has started putting funds for research and everything, so we are going to see a lot of development and progress in this field. So thank you so much, sir, for letting us know all these things. So moving on, sir, what is like nutraceutical products and everything? Just tell us about that, because I'm very sure most people here would not understand what are nutraceutical products.
Okay. Actually, I am as a food scientist, and nutraceutical, we always believe our food is just equivalent to nutraceuticals. So if you see the nutraceutical product, that may be defined as a substance which has physiological benefit or provide protection against chronic disease. If you see the nutraceutical, this may be used to improve health, delay and aging process, and prevent several chronic disease, which also increase life expectancy or support the structure or function of body. Basically, if you see the food, most of the people know that food has only nutritional value, but
Yes.
there are several foods, there are several supplements which have some pharmaceuticals value, nutraceuticals value, health value, other than the this nutritional value. So that foods which have nutraceuticals or health value, including the nutritional value, are basically comes under the nutraceuticals. So if you see that this nutraceutical is a broad umbrella and term, it is used to describe any product derived from the food source. This is the conditions food source with extra health benefit in addition to the basic nutritional value comes under nutraceuticals food. So if you see the several examples of nutraceuticals are present in our natural food in our kitchen. Our kitchen are the very good source of the nutraceutical foods. But due to some unawareness and some technology, we are not properly using our kitchen. If you see the example of natural foods that are basically antioxidant rich foods, dietary supplements, some fortified dairy products, some citrus fruits, some vitamins, some mineral, herbal, milk and cereal, these all are the actually example of nutraceuticals and including a natural foods. So if you see, actually these nutraceuticals are a bioceuticals, and this is a pharmaceutical alternative which claim physiological benefits. Means if you make our food healthy, it's become just alternate for our ceuticals, pharmaceutical. That's why if you see the one of the our great physician Hippocrates, which is known as the father of medicine, according to this great physician, and they ask, let food to be your medicine. Definitely that is the time where we can make our food as healthy and convert to the healthy foods. And if you see the COVID time, we have not any proper medical facility, no vaccines, no oxygen's requirement. But one thing was there, that was the food. Everyone asking just boost your immunity. Means if you're taking any foods that boost your immunity, you can survive such types of pandemic conditions. So that foods are basically the nutraceutical foods. So these foods are basically, if you see that foods have a very important role in the human nutrition, and there are several investigation is also going on. We have also established several investigations, and we indicate that these foods are basically health care providers, regulators, food producer, and food distributor for healthy foods. Means these nutraceuticals is the actually the food who make food much more healthy are healthy foods.
So, sir, are you talking about supplements, or are they different from that?
Actually, this is not always supplement.
Okay.
Nutraceutical, actually, if you see your food have several phytochemical property, medicinal property. When you remove, extract that medicine and goes to the pharmaceuticals, it become the concentrated form of the biotic molecule. So this nutraceutical foods basically in the pharma foods. We are not asking about the supplement. You can be convert this component, not food component, to the supplements. Actually, this is the difference between the medicine and nutraceuticals and functional foods.
Yes.
Means here we are not designing any drugs, not any designing any capsules or pills, but we make our food much more healthier. That is the actual nutraceutical food. If you add food, means it become the food, but when extract the compound, it becomes the ceuticals or pharmaceuticals.
Okay. So, sir, to know more about that, just tell us about this food science and nutrition, and how we can imbibe more nutrition into our daily food and everything. Because I think it's going to be very beneficial for all of us.
Actually, the nutrition is always very important for the peoples, and
Yes.
so we should always correlate our health to the nutrition, because if everyone asking that our food is nutritive, definitely we achieve all the requirement of our body. So nutrition, if they see the nutrition, this study the relation between the foods and its effect on individual health. In comparison, if you see, food science considers several chemical, biological, physical properties of food in relation to the manufacturing, processing, and storage of food. Several times our food is very healthy, but when we prepare, but when we process, but when we store, or but when we just transport, their healthier property will be reduced. So this nutrition basically correlate the relation between these foods and its individual effect. So if you see the some research and development, the food and nutrition has a very wide scope. Research on various food items to look at right type of food which provide a balanced mix of the essential like vitamins, minerals needed for the body as a emergency topic for the research, which comes under this applied science. Means this nutrition is not a single subject. It cover all these things which is required to the peoples for a greater health. So if you see, there are several types of food are available. Some foods are nutrient rich, some foods are nutrient deficient, and some foods are having a very low nutrient. So nowadays, if you go to the market, the nutrient rich or nutrient dense foods are available. In some cases, the low sugar for the diabetic peoples, low sodium for the hypertension people, high starch and dietary fibers, and some bad fats. Different category of the this nutrient rich foods are available in the market, and they contain a lot of vitamins and minerals and few calories. Means whatever you require. If the person is diabetic, they can search for the diabetic friendly foods. If the person is the cancerous, they just search for the cancer friendly foods. So everywhere this nutrition aspect is very important. How can we formulate, how can we process, and how can we just develop a food which is suited for the diabetes or any metabolic conditions? Because if you see our body conditions, all are depend upon the metabolism. Most of the our disease and metabolic disease are mostly due to the not proper nutrition and food, or not proper other activity which is required the daily, like exercise, yoga. So these nutritions are very important aspect, and they always indicate how can we maintain our the body health with the development of all our organs. So to nourish your body and keep you healthy, definitely you can reduce your risk or chronic disease. So what are the relation of disease, nutraceutical conditions, nutritional condition to the health? That all covers the nutrition and the foods. And if you see, in some cases, basically we are the process and food scientists. We are always relate this nutrition to the processing condition. Actually, processing is the step where you formulate and develop a particular foods. So if you define this nutrition by the as a process scientist, it can be defined as the process by which a animal or plant take in and utilize the food substance, whatever they require, that is the nutrition. So if you see, the essential nutrient include where we require our study the protein, carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes. If you see, normally 85% of our daily energy use is the form of the fat and carbohydrate, and only 50% in the form of protein. So how can we correlate? How can we provide that food to a person which is healthy, or a person which is the chronic having the chronic disease? So all correlation actually deal by this nutrition.
Wow, that was really wonderful, sir. So you are also working on NutraYur. So it's a very new concept. What is that?
Yeah. Actually, our kitchen is the very best example of Nutri Ayur, where
Okay.
the word itself indicate how can make our nutrition to for treatment of disease, for prevention of disease. So this Nutri Ayur is a very new concept, on which some group of the India are working, and I'm also we are also initiating such types of things where we just improve the health status by general population by using their foods, by just controlling their foods or personalize their diet. So if you see Ayurveda is very old thing, and Ayurveda is just considering a science of nature, which proliferate the nature script for managing healthy and happy life. This is the concept of Ayurveda. And Ayurveda, if you see, the most of the component of the Ayurveda comes from the diet.
Yes.
So if you see the from very ancient time, this Ayurvedic science has made significant contribution not only to the scientific field of the medicine, but also the art of living, including your culture, culinary specializations, nutrition, yoga, and knowledge in all area of human pursuits. So if you see this Ayurveda being a science of life, mostly people are consider Ayurveda is a science of life, and that propagates the gifts of nature in maintaining healthy and happy life. The major motto of Ayurveda to make healthy and happy life. And if you have the knowledge of Ayurveda, that always allows one to balance our body, mind, and consciousness according to one's own individual constitutions, own individual balance. And it also also educate how we make our lifestyle happy. So two words is always you just remember for the Ayurveda, that is the food ahar and lifestyle bihar. Mostly people ask ahar and bihar. The ahar is basically indicating the food, and bihar is basically indicating the lifestyle. I mean, these two are the way, our food and lifestyle, which can significantly affect our overall health. So this Ayurveda basically include ahar and bihar. If you see the some metabolic and regenerative diseases, which are the result of the our modern adaptation of our modern lifestyle, where we are just taking a fast food, where we are not properly sleeping, we are not properly going to yoga for exercise, and we never care that which types of food is required. Most of the foods are not properly arranged, are not properly having the nutrition. So this yoga, this Ayurveda is only option to manage all the things in the form of ahar and bihar. So this Nutri Ayur concept is nothing but this is the amalgamation of food, lifestyle for a better health. So this is the Nutri Ayur concept.
Okay, so that,
Basically,
yeah.
in this concept, we are developing food, and if you just using that food as a therapeutic food, definitely there is no need to medicine and after a longer time. So make your diet for the treatment or for the alternate of medicines is basically Nutri Ayur concept.
Okay. So Nutri Ayur is like how we can make our own food that we daily prepare in our kitchen, and it's, I didn't actually
Okay,
understood. Yeah.
okay. Suppose,
Huh.
do you know soybean?
Yes, yes.
Soybean is very healthy, and there are several functional compounds. If you go to the any mall, most of the beverage have the a very strong antioxidant. They are
Yes.
just adding in antioxidant, means they just add some functional component in the foods. As your kitchen, suppose oat is there, soybean is there, some pulses are there, some good vegetables are there, some dietary fibers are there. And if you just control your processing, you make a foods, or you develop a process conditions which conditions not affect to their nutritional quality and nutraceutical quality, definitely the food which develop by controlling this processing have all the property which is the functional or nutraceutical. Finally, when you take, definitely that food will be helpful to maintain your diet. Like pharmaceuticals, suppose there are several alkaloids found in the soybean, we simply extract from the soybean that compound and convert to the medicine. In meanwhile, when you take regular use of this soybean in proper process condition, definitely they act as a medicine because the medicinal component is the part of that soybean seed. So how can your food, by using several ingredient, make a medicine? डेफिनेटली ये बोलते हैं द डॉक्टर, ये बोलते हैं कि आप एक एप्पल खाइए, आप निरोग रहेंगे, मींस दिस एप्पल, यूजिंग एप्पल इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल ऑफ न्यूट्री आयो. हियर वी आर नॉट प्रोवाइडिंग मेडिसिन. हमने बोल दिया डॉक्टर ने कि आप एक एप्पल खाइए, आप हेल्दी रहोगे. इसका मतलब फॉर हेल्दी द फाइटोकेमिकल्स आर द फंक्शनल कंपोनेंट रिक्वायर्ड इज बेसिकली प्रेजेंट इन द एप्पल. डेफिनेटली अगर आप एप्पल को, एप्पल इसलिए बोलते हैं कि कि मोस्टली एप्पल्स को हम वी यूज विदाउट एनी प्रोसेसिंग, वी आर नॉट हीटिंग कुकिंग, so we directly take apple. So all functional component in the form of the their functionality just present in apple, and we are directly using as a whole, so we are not degrading any functional property. That's why apple just behave like a medicine. So this apple, if behave, if you ask apple is the nutrition, definitely they acts like medicine, and that is the diet to medicine is the nutri-ion concept.
Okay, okay, that was really wonderful, sir. Like really wonderful. Okay, so now like I would want to ask you a very, very personal question, because I believe that this question is going to help a lot of, especially parents who have joined here. So both of your daughters, like for viewers, he is having two daughters, and both of them are super talented, like achievers since childhood. So I was like, I just wanted to ask him, what is that something like? How do you give them value? How do you like parent them so that they have become achievers since childhood? Like, what do you do to them? So just give us some parenting tips, because it is going to be very helpful for all of us.
First of all, Sushma, I thanks for your blessing and inspiring word for my daughters. Actually, I'm not taking any extra precaution, and just I want to ask to the all the viewers. There are very simple formula. If we apply to our child, definitely they will be just select a right path. And in my view, the some best parenting tips which is required for all the parents, maybe these points. First, just identify your child's strength. What is their strength? What is their drawback? If they have the strength, just make a direction. If they have some drawback, try to rectify it at that stage. Second thing, most people are punishing their children. This is not a way to manage the our children. So punishing a child is not effective as using praise and rewards. If they have any issues, just memorize them, just try to understand, and just to ask for that, not punishing them. And next is the avoid negative emotional reaction. That is the very important for the parenting, such as anger, sarcasm, and ridiculous. Most of us, most of the conditions, if their performance is not up to our satisfaction, we just utilize this formula. So we should always avoid these three things. Don't to compare to any children. Always you know their strength. So ask, you are the best in that strength. So they just take care that I am best in that condition, and they just try to maintain their strength. Next, you always support if they need, and that is also lacking nowadays. And
Yes.
our child required our support, and that conditions we are just away from our child. So that is also necessary for a very good environment. And set limit and be consistent to your discipline. This is again one of the important. You just formulate what is our line and what is our children line. So make time for your kids. Although we are very, but whatever we have time, definitely make for them. So be a good role model. Actually, that is very
Yes.
important.
Yes.
If we are doing, if we are working on 10 hours, definitely our children thinking that our father is doing, definitely we should do it. So that is again one of the important, to make a role model. Any field, it is not always that I am the scientist, then I am role model. No, whatever where you are doing, that is the role, that will be the role model for your child. And make communication is also a priority in your life, to always communicate the things that is needed. And one thing I just want to say in last, be flexible and willing to adjust your parenting style. That is nowadays most of the people become very rigid.
Yes.
नहीं, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ तो सही है, नहीं। अगर आपको पेरेंटिंग अपने बच्चों से, अगर उसको ग्रोथ चाहिए, आपको थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा. समटाइम दे आर आल्सो राइट, लेकिन हम क्या करते हैं, इम्पोज करते हैं, नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो मैं ऐसे हूँ. So this all these points basically follow me. I try to follow in my daily life, and hope with your blessings and other best wishes, they try to make their part. Thank you.
Yes, definitely, sir. And these were very, very wonderful parenting tips. And I'm very sure that we all can look forward to it and, try to incorporate these in our life. And I'm very sure because, especially when he said that don't be rigid with your kids. And we all, like, at one or the other point, somehow we just become very rigid to them. Or sometimes we don't make time. As he said, that always give time to them. So I believe that, if you will follow all these things, then we too are going to have amazing achievers like him. Okay, so moving on. So, what is your philosophy of life?
Okay. Actually, I am follower of our former president, Dr. APJ Kalam.
Yes.
And I always followed the philosophy. That is there is a very beautiful quotes by the Dr. Kalam. It is the don't take rest after your first victory, because if you fall in second, more lips are waiting to say that your first victory was just by luck.
Yes.
Actually, we always take care of our work. If you got any the opportunities or any success, we never forget the previous conditions, because the situations sometimes it will be favorable, sometimes it will be unfavorable. But the over enthusiasm and over exciting is never good for any future progress. So this is my philosophy in my life. You just take care of your work. Definitely, that work will pay in any stage.
Yes, and we can see that you follow this philosophy. So what's your mission in life? Like, where do you see
Okay.
yourself in next 5 years, 10
Actually, this is very difficult question. Uh,
Okay.
I always thinking about that, and become a scientist, a good scientist, become a good person, become a good follower is a very good thing, because if you are doing for the society, this is there is no limit for the job, there is no limit for the your age. So actually my mission in life is to serve our nation. Specifically, I am the food scientist, and just I always take care my aims to the uh, providing the nutrition to the malnourished people, are the people who are very away from the nutrition. So such in that missions, actually I start the mission of developing Nutri Ayur hubs, and that hubs I want to just our group is just want to establish small Nutri hubs near to village, near to the person who are very away from the nutrition. So development of Nutri Ayur hubs for poor peoples is basically my mission in my life. And you ask what you see yourself in next 5 in 10 years. Actually, I have very small thing. I never think about such being long time. So just I wish to work for society, and I just see after 5 to 10 years to become much more near to the society are the peoples who really need the nutrition. And that is actually my choice to just make a home to that poor peoples, in the heart of poor peoples who really needs nutrition, because our if you see our country, we are full of all the resources. If you see, we are the first, second and third in almost horticulture commodity, in cereals, in pulses, in milk. But most of the peoples are malnourished, most of the peoples are very away from the nutrition. So if you just utilize our own resources by using such types of approach, definitely we got the and you come to the home of all the poor peoples or nutritionally weak peoples by just utilizing this commodity for a nutrition. So this is actually I am looking. I just see myself after 5 to 10 years to just very near to the poor peoples, where we can serve for their nutrition.
Yes, it's a wonderful, wonderful mission because it's people like you who make this world a better place. Definitely, sir. Like, as a human being, we all should look forward to help people who are not so privileged, who are actually looking for people like us to move forward and help them. So that's a wonderful, wonderful mission. So, just I was wondering, like, who is your favorite scientist?
My favorite scientist,
Yes.
Dr. Kalam.
Oh, yes, I was
Yeah.
thinking. So, what, like, would you like to say something about what do you think this Elon Musk about his work, like SpaceX and Tesla? Do you
Actually,
have any views? Yeah.
yeah, I always learn from Dr. Kalam how to work,
Okay.
how to just correlate, and how to utilize our resources. Actually, the persons who there is no limit for their greatness.
Yes.
Always take care their work. It never mind that what is their work, and but they always mind how can we achieve, how can make the alternate, or how can make the solution of that work. That's why when we start our this talking, we ask the problems is not thing. How can we think? How can we resolve this problem? And how can search the solution for that problem? Actually, that was the very near to our former president, Dr. Kalam, and that things are very much important. And I learn always inspired that how can we achieve our goal by solving our problem. So this was the great things we always learn from our honorable president, and also comes in the our same community scientist.
Yes. That's so. Finally, I would just love to know, like, would you like to say something, like give a message to our audiences? Finally, kind of advice.
Okay, okay, thank you. And actually, I am just I want to convey my message. That is
Yes.
my experience.
Yes.
If you see for the specifically the message for the young people,
Mm.
and it is the my message is to have courage to think differently, courage to invent, to travel to unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible and conquer the problem and succeed. If you just courage to the problem, then comes from the solutions. So these are the great quality that if you must work toward your problems. And this is my message to the young people. And I want to conclude some things to the my message by thought of Swami Vivekanand. I always follow the thoughts of Swami Vivekanand because and that is that take up one idea, make that one idea to your life, dream of it, think of it, life, and that idea. And see, let the brain, the body, the muscles, the nerves, every part of your body is full of that idea. Whenever you're thinking about your idea, and just leave every other idea alone. So this is why to success, and way to success, and whom to success. And this is the way a great spiritual change are produced. And that is the message from my side to all our viewers, specifically our young peoples.
Wow, so that was really, really very wonderful message, sir. And it was a lovely, lovely session. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here and listening to us. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and knowledge with us. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Okay, thank you, Susma, and I'm very happy to just I am we both, and you are my student, and I know I remember Susma was a brilliant student, and she always follow all the things whatever we discuss here, and my best wishes to Susma, and this is really a very happy moment for me to just talk together, and I always convey my best wishes to you and your family. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It was amazing, amazing learning experience for me and as well as for everybody who has been here. So thank you so much, everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye, sir.